Hello everyone,
Hi guys,
and welcome to another episode of
Masse Art Studios.
I'm Lee.
I'm Jeremy.
Yes, you are. And welcome everyone to another episode of Pouring by Us Two Fools. Thank you to everyone who came and watched and commented on our last episode. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we actually pour.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to say thank you for everyone's wonderful, wonderful comments. There were a couple that were not so wonderful. We dealt with those accordingly. But to everyone else, thank you so very much for all your love and support and all your wonderful words. Genuinely, they touched all of our hearts.
They did.
All of our hearts? Well, we only have one each. They touched both of our hearts. So thank you so much, genuinely. We weren't expecting everyone to be so awesome.
Oh my gosh. And some of the stories that people posted and told us about were just incredible, and it was just so beautiful that you shared that with us, because it just made it so much more special.
It really did.
It did.
Well said, Studio Hubby.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
I have my moments.
You do. A man of few words, but when you do say them, they're always awesome. Thank you so much for that. So today we've got some really interesting colours picked out by this guy. And if you know anything about this chap, he is a magpie when it comes to pearls and metallics. If I were to allow him, he would have 17 metallic colours and one non-metallic, and that would be his ideal colour palette. So we've toned down a couple of choices, but we've got some really awesome colours.
I did stick to my guns. So.
You pretty much did. Yes, you pretty much did. I'm excited to see how you use them. What are you going to do?
I'm actually going to do something that I don't ever really do. I think I maybe have tried it once.
Okay.
And that is a split cup.
Okay.
With a straight pour with the Lazy Debra spinning it.
Wowzers. Okay, yeah, that's like 3 new techniques for you in one. Yeah, because I struggle to even get you at the Lazy Debra sometimes.
I know.
So, okay.
So true.
Really excited for that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something I don't do that often, but whenever I do it, I always get really lovely results and then forget about it. It's the ribbon pour.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I did that R2-D2 piece,
Yeah.
which was R2-D2 inspired as a ribbon pour. Everyone's comments when I did that was that you need to slow down because I was going too fast and the colours blended too much. So, yeah, I'm going to try something a little different, probably using the same split cup, but doing a ribbon pour today.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I think that's going to look really interesting with these colours. So, with that said, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It means the world to us.
It really does.
We're about 8,500 subscribers right now.
I know,
and there's
so exciting.
going to be something really exciting at 10,000.
Yes.
So please help us get there. And why don't we get to the table?
Let's get to pouring.
Let's get to the table and start pouring. We'll see you there.
Hey guys, it is Jeremy here, and I'm excited about this pour today.
You're always excited. Every time you get to that table, I love it.
I do. I get so excited to paint. Oh, it's so awesome. Yes. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be doing a split cup. And if you watch the channel, you know that I never do a split cup. I don't. And this split cup is from Masse, who is Mixed Media Girl, and you can find these on her Etsy page.
Actually, no, she's closed down her Etsy page.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
She decided to move away from Etsy and instead has her own website, which is www.mixedmediagirl.com. All of her paints, her supplies are now on her website.
And there you have it.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
So thank you, Marcy, for this cup because it's awesome and we do use it. Let me introduce my paints to you guys.
Please.
Yes, I am using one of my favorite colors. I love this colors. It's Pearl Chartreuse by Arteza. Love.
Which we are now out of.
Which we are now out of. Then I'm also using Phthalo Green by Amsterdam. I have Liquitex Basics Unbleached Titanium. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I have a Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple. Lovely color. This one I'm so excited to be using.
We've never used this before.
We have not.
Right.
It's Treasure Gold Aquamarine.
Now I've seen Kathleen use this one beautifully in swiped.
Oh yeah.
that she's done.
Oh yeah.
And it was also Mina, I think, who even suggested we should get that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more of that one because
And
I
what's
love
this
it.
colour, sir?
Now this color was sent to us by LINNY KEEBLE
Oh,
in
Linny.
England. Yes, she also sent us some wonderful candy, some English candy.
I missed my Percy Pigs from home, so Linny sent me a little package
Yes.
and it was awesome. Thank you so very much.
Now this is Pearl Chestnut and it's by Pebeo. Deco Creme. Deco Crema. It's an acrylic paint. It says premium quality on here. It's number 205, but it's a pearl chestnut, and this is really pretty.
Now,
you guys.
we don't even know, because we haven't looked, whether you can actually get this in the States. I'm sure you can, but this one came all the way from the UK. So once again, Linny, you're an absolute love. Thank you so much for all your support.
I know.
She sent us a couple of PayPal super chats as well.
I know.
It's just amazing. Everything that you send us, a super chat goes right back into the studio.
Yeah, and thank you for all of the wonderful messages that you send us. I read those all the time, and it just makes my day.
Especially on the Pride episode.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and you allowed us the opportunity to share a little bit about ourselves. So
Yes.
thankfully there was only a couple of silly comments on that last pour.
Yes.
And we dealt with those accordingly.
Yes.
But all of you was just so wonderful.
We dealt with them with light and love.
We did,
That's
didn't we?
exactly how we handled that.
Exactly how we did it.
Because I just believe that those people need light and love in their lives.
They need a lot of it. They need to step out the shade.
Yes. So, with that being said, I have an 11 by 14 canvas. It has been taped and pinned. I would pick it up, but I have it taped to the Lazy Debra here.
Right.
But I'm going to be doing this, like I said, the split cup, and I'm going to be spinning it.
Wow.
Yes.
Something else you do very rarely.
I know. This is out of my comfort zone, you guys.
Right.
So why don't I go ahead and get to layering my cup? All right, let's see here. And like you said, Lee, because you do these all the time.
Yes.
The first color is the last color to come out of the.
Yes, absolutely. Just like a normal cup. You know, the colours that you put on the bottom will always be the colours that come out at the very end. Are you straight pouring or are you ring pouring?
I'm ring pouring. No, I'm straight pouring.
You're straight pouring. And not that it matters, but just think about that as you do your pour.
Yes.
The other thing to think about is that the chambers on the split cup also make a difference to the composition.
Got it.
The outside chambers will create the highlights to whatever colour you put in the middle.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna flip these around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna do this, and this, and this. I think. I don't know. I'm really nervous. Let's see here. I'm gonna start with dioxazine purple.
So it is a good idea to put the darker colours on the outside chambers because, like I said, they'll help you create the kind of the interesting composition on the inside.
Got it.
Colour.
It's funny because I'm not really used to doing this, so I'm like, how much paint do I put in here? How much?
Well, that's actually one of our smallest split cups. However, the 11 by 14 canvases will only need, 6 or 7 ounces of paint. So you don't need to fill that whole thing, but you absolutely can,
I might have put too much purple at the bottom.
I don't think there's too much purple at the bottom.
Okay.
I don't think there's a thing as too much purple. I think everyone at home will probably agree.
Let's see here. I think I'm going to do these two in the middle.
Okay.
And I know they're two pearls next to each other, which is scandalous.
I'm not saying a word.
Which is scandalous. And I'm going to do, because this is going to be next to the purple, so I'm going to do this first, because this is going to be next to the purple.
Great way to think it out. I like it. I like where you go in with your thought process.
And then this will be next to the creamy white.
Just a little care and attention in how you layer in your cup will definitely give you a different composition. And I like your thought process here. You're thinking about the colours that are next to each other in the cup as they come out.
Yes.
I wouldn't necessarily have layered a metallic and a pearl next to each other in a cup, but that's just personal choice. It's not a rule.
Well, here's to breaking rules.
Exactly. There are no rules in art.
There's not.
Look at it.
Okay, now for these two.
Okay.
So I did the green first. Yeah, I'm gonna do this first.
Phthalo.
The phthalo, because I want that to be next to. Whoops, I did that by accident. That's not what I meant to do. I just love this chestnut.
Thank you, Linny.
Yeah, I do, Linny. I love this. I'm just going to do a little bit of the green here. That phthalo, so pretty, that phthalo green. Then back to the chestnut.
What's it?
All right, guys, so I decided to flood my whole canvas here. And I have my cup right here. So yeah, this is like one of my first times doing this, I think. So I am really interested to see how this is going to turn out.
I still remember the day that you came. You were so little. For me it's just a day. Now you're all grown up, tall as a tree, strong as a wolf pup, faster than me. So if you're worried that a chance will pass you by, and if you're standing on the sidelines wondering why, what's the worst thing that could happen if you tried? Well, you might fall, but then again.
Okay. I don't see a lot of the purple in here, but who knows, like, you know, what's underneath this. I like what happened all right here and around here. And then I don't know if it was the way that I was pouring it or if I wasn't twisting fast enough or something, but this kind of seemed around the edges here, like starting like right here, I seemed to have lost this beautiful feathering technique that was happening towards the center. So Lee, do you have any comments on that?
Why don't you spin it out and see what happens?
Okay, all right, let's spin it out and see what happens. Yeah. Okay, here we go, spinning time.
It's spinning time.
All right.
What's the worst thing that could happen if you tried? Well, you might fall, but then again, you might learn to fly. If you worry that a chance will pass you by, and don't be standing on the sidelines wondering why.
Okay guys, so for like one of my first split cups, I kind of like it. It's a lot different. The chartreuse really kind of took over in the center here, but I'm liking what's happening. Like, you have this little feathering, and as we take you in for a close-up, you're going to see how the feathering happens with the chartreuse, and you'll see these little pops of purple, this color that popped out through here, the dioxazine purple. And you know what? I kind of like this piece. Is it a hugely successful piece that I'm like, wow, this is amazing? No, but I still like it. I still think it's interesting. I decided to put it on the channel because you know, we always say we want to show you everything that we do. So yeah, I'm really going to be interested to hear what you guys think about this piece. And let me know, like, you know, if you liked it, if you didn't, what you think worked or didn't work. Yeah, let's go ahead and take you guys in for a close-up.
Let's do it. Alright, ladles and jelly spoons, so here on the channel, one of the things that we love to do is use the same colours and do two different techniques. Well, we're almost going to do that today. So I'm going to use the 3-chamber split cup, just like you saw the studio hubby do, and I'm going to use all the colours that he's picked, but I'm throwing one in of my own. And this is the Golden's Iridescent Copper Fine, just to give it a little bit of a pop of orange in the little composition. Yeah. And I'm going to do a ribbon pour. So I've got my 11 by 14 inch canvas. Was that portrait rather than landscape? Because I'm going to ribbon pour this way on this canvas. So it's backed, it's taped, it's pinned. Thank you, Studio Hubby, for doing that for me. Yep. Let's get to layering this little cup right here. Now, Jeremy does love a pearl and a metallic. It is fair to say. You're like a magpie. You see shiny, sparkling things, and you're like, I must have. And I threw in another one. However, I'm going to use it a little less sparingly, and I'm going to concentrate more on the titanium unbleached, the dioxazine, and the phthalo green.
Got it.
So, I'm going to start. To be honest, because this is a ribbon pour, it's going to be less important how I mix this cup, because I'm not straight pouring or I'm not ring pouring.
Got it.
Straight pour being like this, ring pour being like this. I'm going to go backwards and forwards. So how I mix this is a little less important today. So I'm going to do green in this chamber. I'm going to throw in that wonderful
aquamarine.
Yeah. Next to the green.
That treasure gold.
I'm going to pour some more green on top. And then I'm going to finish this off with some chartreuse. Blasphemy. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit of the white, that unbleached titanium.
Which I like.
Yeah. Next to some copper. A bit more, because I do want some of that titanium in there. I will put some chestnut in.
I'm in love with that chestnut.
Yeah? I'm going to go back in with some green, because I can.
And I believe you should.
And then I'm going to finish off with some of the white. I'm actually going to not. I'm going to finish off with some of the treasure gold.
I tell you what, it is humid today.
Yeah?
Yes.
I like it. Okay, let's put some dioxazine in. We'll put some chartreuse, because I haven't used it yet. Oh no, I did use it. But I want more purples. Lovely. We'll put some copper next to that purple. Finishing it off with purple. Okay, now I want a really full cup because with ribbon pours you always do use a lot of paint. I may have to come back and like do a little bit of it again. Yeah, maybe, we'll see. Alright, so I've got my layered split cup here. I could have easily done this just in a normal cup. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a split cup, but I just wanted to use it because Jeremy did and kind of see how this interacts with the colours on the canvas. So a ribbon pour, all I'm going to do is just go backwards and forwards and kind of move up and down the canvas. I'm going to go particularly slow because last time I did this, when I was doing R2-D2, I was whizzing backwards and forwards and the colours all mixed too much. So this time I'm going to go a little slower and I'm not going to go off the canvas because I'm also going to tilt it. So let's get this paint on this canvas and see what happens.
I'm still in the ashes when you get dressed and leave. Oh, I better look for matches before it's done.
Okay, I'm going to fill this split cup up just one last time, but you don't need to watch me do that. And here it is. And let's keep pouring.
It's a long, hard fall from the top of the world, but it's finally over, finally over. I gotta last 1 minute just to get out alive, so I keep it together, thinking it's not forever. Turn on every siren, still you can't hear me scream. 'Cause still
That looks really cool.
Kind of looks like something that's been woven to me.
Missoni Fabric.
Exactly. Now, because I've got so much paint now on this canvas, I don't need to put a flow extender down. So, instead, we're just going to tilt this bad boy out. It is, in fact,
Tilting time.
it's tilting time. Let's do this.
oh, it's a long, hard fall from the top of the world, but it's finally over, finally over. I gotta last 1 minute just to get out alive, so I keep it together, thinking it's not forever. It's not forever. It's not forever. This is a cold place, alone with you. Such a cold, cold place. This is a cold place, alone with you. Such a cold, cold place. Oh, it's a long, hard fall from the top of the world, but it's finally over, finally over. I gotta last 1 minute just to get out alive, so I'll keep it together, thinking it's not forever. Oh, it's not forever. It's not forever.
So there you have it, folks. After a little bit of tilting, a little bit of playing with it. stretching out the composition, seeing some of the areas that I liked, getting some really lovely like cell areas and some cell action and some really lovely ribbons. I'm finally done with this piece. I really enjoy it. I've just touched it off. I've just got my edges. So why don't I take you in for a close-up so you can have a look at this ribbon pour. Thanks, guys. And there you have it.
There you have it.
There you go. I still don't know why that tickles you.
It just does. I don't
So
know why.
silly. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think?
Yes.
I have words.
You have words.
I have thoughts.
And thoughts.
Yeah, Jeremy, what did you think of your Lazy Debra split cup straight pour?
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy to say it like that. You know what? I liked it. And up close, you can see some of the cells that have started to come through, and
Right.
it kind of looked like a part of an iris, actually.
Yeah.
And
You've got some ombre cells in there for sure,
yeah,
which is crazy.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, whenever I was just getting done with it, is it like my absolute favorite that I've ever done? No, but I think it was still a success for what it was. Like,
Right.
you know, and I do like it. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually really like it a lot.
We might have had our first #studio argument off camera because I was maybe not quite so complimentary and maybe suggesting that he should have scraped this one and maybe re-poured it, but then didn't actually want him to scrape it and re-pour it because I didn't mix enough paint for the pair of us to do 2 pours. So yeah, you decided, but you
Yes.
liked it. You did.
I do
want to
like
show
it. Yeah, and I did want to show it because
Yeah.
I just feel that I think that you guys deserve to see everything that we do. I
Right.
mean, you know, it's like I want you to see, like, whenever I'm like, okay, this wasn't like, you know, a perfect pour, but you know,
So I'm all about lessons learned because
Yes.
that's how I develop and
Yeah.
that's how I grow. What did you learn from that pour? What would you do differently next time?
I might layer the colors a little bit differently.
Okay.
And whenever pouring, I wasn't turning the cup enough.
Okay.
And so what was happening was those beautiful, like, little feather fingerling things that
Right.
you always get when you do yours, I wasn't getting that because of the way that I was holding the cup, I think.
Okay.
So I think I learned a really good lesson with that, especially towards the end. It kind of just looked like it was getting a little, like,
One colour.
yeah. Like a little bit, yeah, it was just a little bit, it wasn't like what I wanted and what I was hoping for.
Sounds like we're in the bloody jungle tonight. with the plane, the plane overhead, and then the macaws in the background. We're not in the jungle. We're just in Dallas, hopefully.
Right?
I agree with everything that you've said. 2 more things for me.
Yes.
I think that there was potentially too many metallics and pearls in that cup, or too much of them for sure. And I wouldn't necessarily have done a wandering straight pour. You didn't pour over the same puddle, you wandered around your puddles, and in that case all you got was the top 3 colours dominating your central
Okay.
pour.
Okay.
Had you just stayed in the same place and spun the cap, you would have then gotten the Sarah Mac style kind of, like, you know, galaxy type of
Got
straight
it,
pour.
got it.
But like I said, you liked it, and that's all that counts.
And here's where the argument started.
This is where temperatures started to rise in the studio. It wasn't.
We don't really argue. It's
No,
funny.
it wasn't an argument. It was,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I'm making this an argument. My pour I loved.
Yes.
There was a point where it looked like woven fabric to me.
I know. Yes.
It was really interesting, and I really loved the outcome of it. I'm definitely going to do more of those ribbon pours. They're really interesting. I kind of wanted to go back over it again with some more purple after I'd stretched it out, but didn't have enough of it in the split cup. And Studio Hubby was in the background saying, "Don't do it, don't do it," because he thought I was going to mess it up. But I really loved how that one came out. great.
I loved it. I thought it was
Yeah.
amazing. I think it's one of your best pieces, honestly.
Thank you.
I really do. I love it.
I think he says that every episode. I think it's just a stock answer now. I think it's one of your best pieces. I'm like, oh, thank you. Okay, so why don't we go and have another look at the wet results again, one
Yes.
last time.
Yes.
Like Alfred Hitchcock, the birds. So I'm going to get attacked by ravens or something. So what did you think? I would really love to hear your comments on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do love your piece, Jeremy, but I would really love to hear what you think about both of our pieces. So
of
please
course.
do not be afraid to let us know. All positive, no, not positive, all critiques are welcomed.
Yes.
They don't have to be positive, and negative critique is also just as welcomed. We won't
Yes.
always necessarily agree with you, but please leave a comment. What we will not abide is hate speech or negativism.
Negativism. That's a new word.
Negativity for negativity's sake. Those comments will definitely either be deleted or you'll just get us coming back at you with some love and light.
Right.
Because that's how we like to deal with those types of people.
Exactly.
All right. So thank you for joining us on this Tuesday premiere. Linny, thank you so much again
Oh my
for
gosh,
that
yes.
pearl chestnut, those wonderful colours you sent, and those Percy pigs, which have definitely been sitting in my belly.
He is like chowed down on them. He loves them so much.
I love them so much, and
They
I
are
miss them.
good.
It's one of the things I
They
miss
are
from
good.
England for sure. Please come back on Friday and see us for another episode. If you haven't already, like and subscribe.
Please do.
And we'll see you again for another wonderful pour here on the Masse Studios.
Yes.
Everyone have a good evening.
Yes.
We'll see you very soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So we want to take a moment to spank. Spank some very special people. We want to take a moment to thank some very special people.
Absolutely.
And that's our Patreons. So the Patreon account is a very separate account from YouTube, but it allows some very important people the opportunity to get a little bit of a closer look of the studio. And there are certain levels. So at one level, for example, you get to see sneak peeks and behind the scenes videos. At another level, you're invited to join us in a WhatsApp group where we chat, we exchange pictures, and you also get weekly painting challenges. In another level, you get once a month live streams. At another level, you get once a month tutorials that are live.
Yes.
And then at our top tier, the diamond level, you would get to pick the colours and the technique for an episode of Masse Art Studios, and then you get to keep one of the 11 by 14 inch canvases every single month. So we have some awesome people that we'd like to take a moment to thank, and that is at the gold level, we have Janice Swansea, we have Jane Klein, we have Trisha West and Donna Patterson. We have Gloria Salaki, we have Nate Bright, Linda Serian, and Amy Gardner, who you all know as Crafty Chicken Mom.
Yes, that's right. And on our platinum level, we have Leslie Beaver and Janice Pittman.
And our one and only diamond level Massey Posse is Sparkles,
Yay!
aka Laurie Finzer. And we'd really love to say we appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. And everyone else that's listed down here below,
Yes.
thank you so much for being a Patreon.
Absolutely.
We really genuinely appreciate you. Thank you so very much.